You see the way I am so excited, guys. I'm so happy because I'm back. I'm so happy because I'm hitting your screen again. Guess what happened? This is our body, your premium podcast that hits your screen every Wednesday. I'm so excited because today I'm sitting with very amazing, beautiful, enchanting, glamorous, young woman that has done so perfectly well for herself in the entertainment industry, movie industry to be precise, and she's also a model. I am not here to call her name because I want her to call her name, introduce herself by herself to you guys. But before then, I have a fantastic topic that I want you to sit very close to your screen and let's dialogue together. Is certificate still the true test of knowledge? The culture is, you know it, I know it, we all know it. There's always a fantastic someone in the house that respond to this. Gang, 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 gang. You're welcome.
Introduction.
No, you are the one to introduce yourself because the way you're looking so glamorous, you're looking so enchanting.
Wow.
How you doing today?
I'm good.
Well, let us know you. What's the name?
Okay, I'm Jennifer Joseph Allman.
White Vision. Copy that right. Baby girl, you're looking so fantastic.
Thank you so much.
What's the secret now? Where is the money? Cut soup from me. Cut soup from me. Not good. Okay, so before we get to the topic of the day, tell me a little bit about yourself and what you've been doing. And because the last time I saw you was like 2 years ago, and you're growing so big now. So tell me about
wow. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We're still pushing in the movie industry.
Okay.
And as well, modeling.
Okay.
Yeah, a whole lot of stuff, you know.
A whole lot of stuff. A whole lot of stuff.
I'm an entrepreneur, you know. Yeah. So thank God for life.
Thank God for life. I love that. So without keeping you waiting, because I know you're a very busy young woman and I respect you. Recently, I saw you on social media that you are in this group, ladies group that they are praying. Can you tell us more about the group?
Girls Prayer. Girls Prayer Revival. It's a movement whereby we pray as ladies. So we help nurture ladies who will become great women tomorrow, women of God. And you know, women of God are good women.
Exactly.
And as well, we go for we go to schools to, we go for outreach to meet girls, give them pads and teach them on how to be that girl that Jesus will.
This is fantastic. That's really nice. Okay, without wasting your time, because I just wanted my team viewers to know a bit about you. When they say beautiful ladies like this, they understand that you are up and doing, that you are not just there sliding into people's DM and asking for urgent 2K, that you actually work for your own money. That was why I asked you to go that route. That's fine. Fantastic once again. Let's hit straight. Is certificate still the true test of knowledge?
A very good question. I've always wanted to talk about this. So
the floor is yours. The floor is yours.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So yeah, certificate is okay. Let's go back to the genealogy of certificate, the history of it. Certificate was meant for people to present as, should I say, as a proof that they are good at something. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So, but then I don't think in our world today that is true.
Okay.
No, because I think, let me say the first problem.
Right.
Rotes memorization. People now do rote a lot. Whereby you go to school these days, you see people before they write their exam, they memorize it. They just cram it. Without knowing the effect of what they are saying, without knowing the use of it. And if you go to schools nowadays, that's what's going on.
Cramming things. Not that they really know it. They
don't understand what they're even saying. Yeah, they don't understand what they're saying. They just ask them what is market, they'll tell you market is the place where people buy and sell. But they don't even understand
the whole thing, how it's supposed to be.
So I think instead of that, we should be having real reality practice. We were in a meeting with our pastor of World Rest of the Church the other day, and he told us something. He said, you need to work for yourself.
Okay.
Nowadays, it is not certificate that is working,
Mm-hmm.
but certificate.
Okay, now God will bless you. I'm going there. Let me hit this straight. From what your pastor said.
Okay.
Now, will you comfortably tell us who will you employ? A man with the certificate or a man with the certificate? Which one will you employ after seeing what is happening in our industry today?
Very good. First of all, certificate is supposed to show as a proof. It's supposed to be an evidence.
That then on one or two things.
That you're good at this.
Exactly.
You're a professional at this. Professional does not mean you're perfect. People get that wrong.
Okay.
Professional is what you do. That is what you do as a business.
Yeah.
So, for me, sophisticate, you have to test.
Exactly.
That is how you yourself, you even conquer the practice.
Exactly.
This person is a pass for this.
Okay.
You need to go through test.
Okay.
Yes, sophisticate. But certificates, I would say it has to go through tests. Through tests you can be able to identify which one of them you should go.
So for you as Vision White, for you now, you own this empire, this big organization, and someone from, I don't want to mention the name of the school, someone from a renowned university around the world now hits your office, and someone from the trenches now still hit your office, because of course the two people will be put to test. So one without a renowned university, one without the certificate, know the thing very well and provide the solution you're looking for, and the one without the one with the certificate but from a renowned university. So which one will you employ, you yourself?
Okay, very good question. I think 90% of people go for certificate.
Okay. Not that I wasn't talking about general, I was talking about you.
Yeah, so me, I will go for the certificate.
You will go for that one. Okay.
Yeah, because first of all, if my customers are coming in to get something done, I won't use the person with certificates. Okay. I won't use the person's certificate to say, see, this person has a certificate. No. Okay. What will bring them back next time is for the fact that person sabi. Yes.
Too much. Okay, now then, before I go back to the next question, generally in what is happening in our institution now, in our offices, in schools, what do you say? What is your opinion? What would you say federal government should do? What do you say they should do? Should they still prolong this whole JAM thing, WAEC thing, UTC, is that how they call it, postgraduate, whatever.
Okay, very good question. I think I'll have a lot to say about this.
Please go ahead.
Okay. So, first of all, like I said, rote memorization.
Yes.
A lot of people are doing that, and that's what. And then, secondly, people pay money for certificate these days.
Okay.
Since they say they want certificates,
they get their certificate,
I'll give them the certificates, but nothing I know about that. As I see a lot of doctors dying, a lot of patients dying from the hands of not well-trained doctors, because they go through school, maybe their parents were able to pay for everything that couldn't pass. So you understand? So that is not a say. That shouldn't be a say, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah, and like I was saying, my pastor was saying something about sophisticate. He made mention of something. He said, if you go to Kubo Market, you will see a lot of kids from 5 years.
Okay.
5 years, 7. You will see them there. You ask them, what are you doing here? They say they are working. How much are they paying you? They tell you they pay them daily. Now that work, you see people going to school, engineering, studying engineering. Some people study a whole lot of courses, maybe cooking, whereby those kids now, maybe they might be there. They say they go to school, by the way, which is very good. Yeah, he said they told him they go to school, and when they're back,
that's why they go into the practical aspect of them.
Yes, they go to work. So I think school should be a basic. By the way, back then, we had no JSS1, JSS2. schools stop at primary 6.
Okay,
You are done with
which
your
is
school.
actually the basic education in order to read and
Thank
to
you.
write, okay?
Basic. To be able to communicate.
Mm-hmm.
That is the basic thing
That we need. So let me, sorry to interrupt, will you say that we should go back to that system of living or system of education?
Please. I think people no longer know even the use of why we go to school. So we need to go back, and then when you are done with your primary 6, you start practicals. Yes, you go. Maybe if it is tailoring, people are doing good in fashion designing. You want to learn tailoring, you go for that. If you want to be a carpenter, you go for that. When you are good, you can do big things in good offices. I mean, a lot of houses now are made from furnitures, those wooden furnitures.
Yeah.
And as well, if you want to do the mechanic, you see someone with certificate to come to repair your car, may end up spoiling it. But someone who has been in the mechanic, like those kids now, take them now to repair your car, you see, they will do exploits.
Yeah, sorry, let me just interrupt a little bit, please, real quick. You see, when you talked about those little boys fixing generators, repairing your cars, to my greatest surprise, I get to understand that the university structure, the people that are building the structure are non-educated people. I don't know if you've observed that this is a faculty of engineering, civil engineering,
Exactly.
or a civil engineer, I don't know how you would call it though. That particular building is constructed by the non-educated, the uneducated person. It's a it's so disturbing and so alarming that, okay, I let me say this real quick. When I was still, in as much as we're talking about this same certificate thing, we have passed through that same route too, and look at where we are today. Like me, I studied crop science. See me in front of you, doing you what? How or deep. Now, this is what happened. I looked at the environment. I've been a critical thinker right from time. And this is my own experience I just want to share with you. I noticed that every year our students will be going for industrial attachment. And every year we must bury somebody. There's no year, this person went for industrial attachment, he had an accident on his way coming back. This one went to do factory work and the machine chopped off the hand and all these things. I was like, one day I was with my people and even moved emotion in one of our meetings. Why can't we allow the students to be doing industrial attachment in the school? For example, we have civil engineers. The road of our schools were untarred. Why can't you give them maybe 1 kilometer as their project for the year? And if we continue like that, in the same money that you are paying outsiders, the same money that you are bringing in machinery, engineers outside, lecturers, doctors, professors, they can actually do these things with the students. And I'll move ahead and said, okay, like me that study crop science, I also observed that university is a community on its own. You eat food, there's a lot of transaction going on there. Why can't the crop science will cultivate the crops? The food scientists will process the food. The advertisement, what do you call, mass communicators will do advert. And this same food that will now go around the school, and with that the university will make money. See, this thing that I'm telling you almost got me into problem. And look at where we are today. You get, I just wanted to share my own side of story a little bit with you for you to know that this same certificate and certificate thing is not today thing. I'm also seeing the problem that we are facing. You get, so university certificate is awarded on character and learning. After seeing what is happening, I'm going back to that because you punch something and I want you to elaborate it more. After seeing the behavior of people, you go to ministries. You see someone that call his or herself a graduate, an employed person, the way they behave, the way they talk, they go to work late, it's not a bad character. They lie, they cheat. We have some of our leaders that are master's degree older, they're in public offices today. And you see what is happening in the country. I don't want to conclude, everyone is saying, will you still say that the character and the learning, they deserve that certificate?
They don't, of course.
They don't.
They don't. Right away, we all know nepotism have taken over the world.
Okay.
Whereby there is maybe there is a slot
Okay.
for a big job.
Mhm.
People that went through school, even those that even put their head to learn things in the university,
Mhm.
maybe they know these things. They are qualified for these things. Nepotism will say, I have my brother, please, and give him that job. Maybe the brother is in the village, doesn't know anything about that thing.
Yeah.
Now, the placement is wrong.
Okay.
Maybe the brother is in the village, is a very good farmer, should be good in the agricultural stuff.
So, yeah.
He shouldn't be in the office to. What is he doing there? He can't even operate computers. Do you understand?
Yeah.
That is a no.
Okay. So
They are not worthy of it.
the certificate, good.
Yes.
If he says, I think Nigerian federal government is actually working gradually towards a direction, because recently I saw it on social media that some people that were schooling in Benin, their certificate were revoked, and I think that's a welcome thing. You get, because I had a lot of rumors that they buy certificate a whole lot in that country. And it became so alarming that the federal government had to step in. And I believe this is not only happening in Benin Republic, because we know that it's always on our faces.
Yeah.
As you said earlier on, let me see, shed more light on. I think we should go back to the primary six kind of thing. Once you've graduated from the basics, let's go back, because we have influx. University, tertiary institution generally was meant to solve problem. But today it's creating more problem. It's creating more problem that you have the certificate. Where is the work? A young man that has put in 3 years in learning a trade, and there's no way you can have 4 years and learning already on the year.
At least
4 years, the first fellow will be a boss of his own. And yet today you have someone that has done year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, sometimes 5 years. Like me, we did 5 years, another extra year, 6 years. If new service enter, then if strike come, before you know, you spend close to 10 years in university and you come out not knowing what you're doing. You now expect government to provide work for you. I think we should go back there. Then government should also create a room to support all these small businesses, because at the end of the day, what contributes to the country GDP is not certificate. What contributes to the country GDP is what do we produce? What do we export? What comes into our country? How are we of good use to other neighboring countries? What problem do we solve at the end of it? Or that's what I am saying. Or I don't know about you if you're saying a different thing.
This particular thing you just said had a lot in my head.
Okay, please bust it, scatter it.
So first of all, you see this primary six thing?
Yeah.
That is the basic, and basic is foundation.
Exactly.
You see, schooling nowadays from JSS1, SS1, level 100, PhD.
PhD 500.
People confused.
Yeah.
You see, a little kid from primary 6 knows what he wants to do.
Okay, yeah.
When he gets to SS,
I started getting confused, yeah.
Once he gets out of SS, change. Do you understand? So it's getting a lot of people confused.
Okay.
If we go back to those days whereby we have people who are farmers, we have people who are focused on the other thing. Focus. You don't have to be diverse, because when you are too diverse, you are just one person. Even if you are going to be controlling a lot, you need people.
Okay.
And those people has to be good in that part of what maybe I as a person now, maybe I'm a makeup artist, I have a makeup studio, maybe I'm a tailor, I have a fashion house.
Okay.
I need people who are focused in that direction.
You guys can
to
come
work there,
together.
to work just in my tailor. They can't work in the two places.
Exactly.
I want someone who is a good makeup artist, who is focused on being just a makeup artist to work in my makeup studio.
Okay.
Do you understand that? So from the basic of learning, from the primary basic learning, maybe from there, we could have people going into the field as farmers, do those things. Do you understand? Maybe we could have people going into the mechanic, from there to train. You've seen good little children creating cars that work.
I even saw Very Dark Man. Like, let me say this, I saw Very Dark Man who was talking about one young man in Lagos The guy approached Very Dark Man. He was so excited, like he created the car, like he constructed the whole car. And Very Dark Man was so excited. I saw it on his page, and
Yeah, I think I saw that.
you saw that too. So it's actually a very, very good thing. And I believe our teaming viewers that have seen this will get to the appropriate bodies, and the needful will be done.
Now that will bring us back because people now put their gaze, their focus on money.
Okay.
Forgetting the basic need, which is food, shelter, and
Clothing.
no, shelter is including.
Okay.
And I think education, right?
No.
Education should be the basic.
Okay.
And do you know the good thing there? We learn every day.
Okay.
The thing is, we learn every day. And then for the fact that people have put their focus, if in fact parents has put their gaze, if their children do not pass examination, they'll go at them and then they feel like they're nothing in this life, they can do nothing better. And for the fact that parents want their kids to be a doctor, you must be a doctor. You have no choice. Whereby God gave us giftings. I was born with this gift of drawing.
Okay.
Nobody taught me how to draw.
Are you serious?
Yes. So a lot of kids out there, you see, there's one of my little brother, he's very good at joining things. He didn't, in fact, he's still even in the he's good at joining things. He can even fix the lights and then you'll be like, wow.
Yeah.
So people are naturally talented. If we are to go back to how electricity came about, it was not someone that went to school to do it. No.
Yeah.
It was through that person that people began to study.
Yeah, a lot of inventions. Yeah,
Yes.
a lot of inventors were not even university graduates.
Yes.
Yeah, before we leave, I really appreciate you. Really appreciate your time. We appreciate your wisdom. But before you leave, because I can see your P is giving us sign. What is that one word? Just that summary, that advice you will give to my teaming fans and everyone out there? What is that word? That encouraging word?
Okay. My encouragement is to some set of people, to those who have gone to school and then maybe JAM didn't give them admission.
Jam.
Maybe 4 times, 5 times. That is not the end of your life. Look for something good to do. I am a testimony. I see that business is what's attractive. If we have to go back to the days where trade by barter was working, business is what is working. Don't put your gaze on money. Put your gaze on
solving problems.
Solving the problem, being good at what you do, put a focus on what you do. Pick one thing and then be good at it.
Thank you so much, my beautiful actress and model, White Vision. I'm so glad that you came. To be very honest with you, I salute your level of intelligence and the research that you've made. People, if I commit malapropism in my English, pardon me, English is not my mother tongue, but I try, normal. But I want to say thank you so much for all of you that is watching, for all of you that have been anticipating, for those that have been reaching out via phone call, encouraging us, spotting out those things, giving us topic. And this, let me even say this out. If you have a topic that you want us to treat, please feel free to email us. We're definitely going to treat it. You have anything that you want to tell us and you don't have the courage to come out, the platform is very open for you. Until I come your way again next time, stay strong, stay focused, love yourself and love your neighbor. We truly love you. This is our body, and I'm your humble host to the SLLIPKNOT. My name is Clinton Dasuko. Until I come back again next time, I love you. Cheers.